Should be good to go. So yeah, since we finished the Earth 6 anniversary stream playthrough, I figured I'd go on with some Unleashed, because, you know, why not? I have been doing the playthrough for this off stream for some time, ever since I got the Series X. And I thought I could do both, but it would be a bit to kind of keep switching between them, so I thought I'd just finish the Year 6 one, because, you know, I already had enough on my plate as it was. And after I'd finish it, I'd move on to this, which is, yeah, over here now. So, yeah, I've gotten pretty far from, compared to my, like, very first playthrough of this, because, yeah, my first playthrough, let's see, I got to, why do I keep doing that? I got to about where, like, I obviously beat the game, beat the story, and I made a start on trying to get all the Sun and Moon medals, as well as the S ranks. And from memory, I got through the first 3 continents, but I think it was Chunan or Holoska that I might have got stuck at. Well, I should say got stuck, because it was more so I was still progressing and I didn't really have any issues, but just one day I literally just wanted to admire the visuals by rewatching the opening cutscene, and kid me, back then didn't know that by starting a new game would actually, you know, remove your game save. Like, I thought it was a case of, oh hey, you can view the opening cutscene, but as soon as you save after you've started the new game, it would remove your normal game save. But oh well. But yeah, that's how I lost my original first playthrough save. But oh well, yeah, it is what it is. I've gone past that now. But yeah, we are up to, because we got through Chunan just recently. Got that done. What else did I do? Did I do Empire? No, I still got that to do. I'm currently working on Shamar. In either way, past the halfway point, which is pretty cool. Because yeah, Chunan and Missouri did give me a lot of going back and forth between continents. Let's see. I was thinking of doing Eggman Land, the, what's his name, Don Fatchier hot dog town mission thing. But I've got a theory that you actually need to do that 3 times, because I haven't actually looked it up, because I kind of do want it to be a bit of a surprise. But yeah, I don't like the idea of having to do it 3 times, because I'm already struggling enough as it is just to do it once. So I mean, regardless, I have tried here and there to get that out the way, because that's like the only real mission I have left there. But I keep dying. So yeah, I'll have to come back to that. Let me just finish that. It is Shemo. Actually, I do recall doing one town mission in Empire City that I will go over now, because even though I have done it, because this was really bugging me, because I did this going back at least a month ago, and when I did it, I thought for sure that it was common knowledge by now, you know, after a decade since the game released. I thought for sure that it would be like a known skip, but apparently not. Because I did see someone pulling this off only recently, and was like, hang on, sir, if this has only just been found recently, then what was the speedrunning tricks. It did turn out that you did need to progress a little bit forward and then you could reach the goal. So it was still a skip, but not like right at the start like this. And it ain't easy, because my original plan was to just land on the goal ring platform, but thus far I haven't been able to do that. But the moving platform, on the other hand, is definitely possible. No, crap. Yeah, let me know if there is an echo, because I do have my TV on. It's a little bit more quieter than what it was, but yeah, if that's coming through, I'll mute the TV. Ah, crap. But yeah, this like really bugged me, because like I really genuinely thought that for sure something like this would have been found in the decade that the game's been out for, but I do it, didn't look it up, the GIMP I am, and it was only till like a couple of weeks ago I found out that it wasn't common knowledge and someone else found it and, you know, started to exploit it and it turned into what it is now. I guess moral of the story is to just, yeah, if you are not sure, either look it up or even record it and put it up, regardless if it's found or not. And assuming that this hasn't been done yet, if I'm lucky, I may even be able to get to the goal ring platform. Because if getting to the moving platform is possible, then, I mean, okay, yes, you do have to steer a little bit to the left to get to the goal ring platform, but yeah, I don't know, it's a tricky one. Oh, crap, bad timing. Now again, I am playing on Series X, so if it does seem a bit more responsive, or at least with the lack of lagging or the faster load times, yeah, that's why. Ooh, that was close. Just a shame that this didn't get like a 60 FPS upgrade. Oh, that reminds me too. I finally picked up a PS3 copy of Unleashed and got to try it when it does occasionally get to the 60 FPS when it's not slowing down or lagging. And I didn't think I would notice it as much because I've never really paid too much attention to that, but yeah, I can really see the difference now. It's like, again, if they were to make a Steam port of be it Unleashed or 06, I do genuinely believe that the PS3 version should be the one to get that treatment. I mean, more so 06 on the side of like what they fixed from the course of the 360 version's release to the PS3's release. Oof. But I wouldn't mind doing a stream of the PS3 version of Unleashed since I already did the 06 one. And that was a blast, honestly. I wouldn't mind returning to that even. Nah, too low. Wait, does this keep tabs on your, like how fast you get to the goal ring? Because if it does, I can... I doubt it would show the date when it was done, but if it does, I can prove that I did it. Yeah, I think like the more you steer, the more like distance you are taken away. And from memory, you have to be like right on the edge too. I think the really frustrating thing is how at this point in time, I was also looking up speedrunning glitches and shortcuts and all that. Because, what was it? Chunan Nighttime Act 2 or 3? I can't remember. One of the extra acts that you don't need to do, where you're like going around in a big circle, and then you have to unlock the main door, which is like right behind where you start. Yeah, that took friggin' forever to not just complete it, but to get the S rank. I was looking up if there was like any kind of glitches or any tricks that could be done to kind of speed it up, and there is, but nothing that a beginner like myself could have achieved. So still, but the point was I was looking up speedrunning tricks for that, yet I was dumb enough to not even look if this town mission had any kind of like this main discovery, if this had been done yet. So I certainly would have posted it had I known, but typical me not looking it up. So much respect for Unleash, not my ideal Sonic game, so style, but it does a great job executing it. Yeah, agreed. Because compared to like its predecessors and even future titles, I definitely feel this is the most polished Sonic game. It's I wish I returned to this title more often for that reason. But I mean, all around, I love all the Sonic games. But in terms of, yeah, my favorite, yeah, Unleashed I think would take that spot easily. Ooh, so close. So far. How is that going? Is that done? It looks like it's done. Okay, cool. Just copying over a video to my phone. Strange that it didn't appear though. Hang on. What was it titled? That's weird. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. Yep. Cool. Alright, can close that off now. Yeah, I've never actually done this this town mission properly, and probably should have, just for the sake of doing it the way it was intended to be completed. But I remember trying this, going, bruh, you're gonna tease me with a goal ring right in front of me at the start? I was like, nah, I need to try this out, regardless if it's been found or not. Again, if only I bloody looked it up. But yeah, knowing that you can make it to that moving platform, I would like to believe that you can make it to the platform with the gold ring. Because, I mean, really, come on, you're that freaking close. Ooh, you can see him hugging the collision there. See, if I can get, like, that kind of a result on the gold ring platform, then I'm gonna call it you can make it. No. And of course, it's not gonna be, like, anything easy. Because I think the first time I got it on the moving platform, I think it at least took me 15 minutes. Because, again, since I didn't even know if it was possible or not, I was just messing around. In fact, I was, talking to someone whilst I was doing it. I was just messing around, kind of just, playing. Wasn't expecting anything, but, then I do it. It's like, oh, snap, let's go. Oh, man. Why do I keep doing that? See, I think when I hear rumors that an Unleashed sequel could be the next Sonic game, I just think, why? Because, like, I love Unleashed, but I fear that if they were actually going to do a sequel, it would just be not as good as the first. They would, like, try to, because imagine, for its time, like, if we got Unleashed 2 instead of Forces, could you imagine, like a Roger Werehog Sonic, as well as, like, Wisps, in the Werehog stages? I don't know, it's just... Might be an idea to some, but for me, I'm not as intrigued by that concept. I keep timing that badly. Bruh. I'd be right. Cool. Except for the part where it's not cool. I always do that. I like make it and then mess it up somehow. There we go. Yeah. Try this platform. Oops, no, too early. Let's try this one for a change. Yeah, no, that does seem a bit too far. Bruh. My favorite Sonic theme. I think it's gotta be his world. And I mean, I love endless possibilities. I love them all, but and you think after playing her 6 enough, I'd get sick and tired of hearing his world, but like thinking back to like the first actual like playthrough I did of Earth 6 compared to like all the other Sonic games, yeah, I think I did find myself enjoying listening to his world the most. But still, again, they're equally as great. No. Could be a timing thing. When I do the aerial combo. Why does he always turn around? No, too late. See, I think I got the distance that time, just not the height. So, I guess, yeah, in that regard, you could say it really is like pixel perfect. Or something close to it. No! I'm using the bloody Elite controller and I've got these, what do you call them? I forget the name. It's like on the back part of the controller, it's got like these bumpers almost, where if you... It's like really sensitive, and if you hit them, it is like going to input anything from A, X, Y to B. So, what's that? Command, what's this? Oh, okay. Skip that. Ooh, that looked good too, damn. But see, again, I think that could even come back down to the timing of the, when the platform moved. Because you really do just want to go straight. That's the only way that you're really gonna land on it, because again, the more you turn, the more it's gonna like take away from the distance that you're covering like that. Damn it. Bro. You can't make it. You can, I have done it. The real question is if you can make it from the rail to the goal ring platform. Because yeah, I've definitely made it to the moving platform. It's just ridiculously hard and precise. That's why I wish I was recording it when I did it. I certainly would have had I known that it hadn't been bloody discovered. Oh, too late. Frickin' timing again. Oh, really? Yeah, it's like you really do have to jump off right at the edge. Oh, really? Again, I hit the bumper, which cancelled my double action button. Yeah, I might actually swap the controller if it's going to keep doing this. Because, like, I love the look of the controller, but in terms of, like, the inputting the inputs, I guess, it's just meh. And it could be due to, like, me not like, using it very often. Whoops. Because even, like, inputting A just seems a bit... Again, like, I haven't used it very often, which I haven't. Yes, there we go. Plausible. Oh, cool, I almost got 40. I'm tempted to go back and try that with the goal ring platform, because it really doesn't look that different. Because I thought it was like one was more closer to the rail. With that said, I'm not going to spend as much time as I did with that last technique. Or skip, whatever you want to call it. Because again, it's like I have done that in the past, so I did know it definitely was possible. But this one, the goal ring, unless someone else has done it, and again, I don't know about it. But it equally looks just as close, so, actually, I will look this up, because I don't want to waste my time doing something if someone else has already found it, you know? So wait, what is this town mission called? I have to look it up. What's this? Ah, perfect. Here we go. But yeah, that's something that I needed to do. I needed to get out of the way. Because, again, it's like, it doesn't happen very, very often, but when it does, it really hurts, because it's like, bruh, I thought for sure that people knew about this, and if only I looked it up. Especially when, you know, I did look up other stuff. It's like, come on. Just really bad timing. Especially when it was like only found like a month later. What am I looking for? It's gotta be around here somewhere. Oh, that reminds me. What about this? Is that done? That's done. Let's go. So I was uploading a demo mod for a mate of mine. Where the hell? Oh, actually, why am I bloody manually looking for it to save the goddamn link here? Okay. Okay, that's better. Yeah, this should confirm if it has been achieved. I mean, you know what? At this point in time, I think if it can be done, I'll just do it anyway. Again, I don't want to spend forever, like right now, doing it, but I might come back to this. When was this done? This was... Yeah, it was like only just almost 2 weeks ago, so go back. See, why does it keep skipping tweets? That's confusing. Yeah, okay. From what I can see, it doesn't look like it has been done. And given how all the glitch hunters jumped on it, I would think that it has been, but from what I can see, it doesn't look like it. Crap. I guess the only like real benefit to this one is that you don't have to worry about the timing, at least in terms of the platform, because yeah, it's not moving. Nah, too early. But again, it's like it really does have that same kind of, damn, you really do look like you can make that. So I don't think the distance is changing. Again, if I can now or later get a result where I'm like hugging the collision like I did before on the moving platform, I'm just gonna call it that you can do it. Because with a result like that, you just have to move just 1 pixel and you are gonna land, so... Yeah, I think getting that, you really are gonna have to go right on the corner. Because you don't want to cover too much turning distance. Oh, I did it again. Yeah, it's like, this is an amazing controller, but very easy to pull apart and very easy to accidentally input the wrong thing at the wrong time. Oh. Shit. And to be clear, this isn't like a full-on Unleashed stream. I do wanna switch over, do some 06 modding as well. So if I'm going back and forth between 06 and Unleashed, forgive me. But yeah, I still haven't decided if I'm gonna turn the rest of this Unleashed playthrough into like a full-on playthrough streams. Because like I wish I did, but you know, regardless, when I would have started this, it would have been like after I just finished the story, which I don't know, might have been a good place to start, but even then, it was a bit. There was stuff that I didn't need to do. I had already gotten S ranks and rune medals for certain stages, so. And I mean, it would be good to, you know, to stream the rest of this playthrough as well as stream my reaction to getting Eggman Lands, Don't Fetch Your Chili Dog completed. Because that has been something that I have wanted to do since the first playthrough, because I remember seeing it going, oh god, that'd be right, there would be a Chili Dog Town mission for the longest stage in the game. And that was something I wanted to get done earlier rather than later, but at the same time, it's even now to this day, going into Eggman Land a few times here and there, it's a bit you know, like really, all it takes is just one little screw up and then you have to redo the entire stage, and I still don't know. Actually, I'm not going to continue with that sentence just in case, because I don't want to have that spoiled. But there's something I don't know, and I don't want to know. I don't want it to be spoiled until I get to it in gameplay. But yeah, there is something I'm wondering about, which again, I don't want for that reason for it to be spoiled, so... Yeah, again, it would be good to stream it when it comes to that point. Yeah, man, it's the Gert. Yo, could you imagine getting this as an 06 mod one day? I mean, it would look a bit fancy, if anything, because, you know, he's kind of like, Silva, or Omega, like, barely, if not ever, using, like a bowl kind of an animation. And Silva does have an unused bowl animation, but I guess, well, you could say in that regard he is different, or more different to Silva having a bowl animation used, but I think it's like only used once. But yeah, I just trying to imagine it with the 6 animations is interesting to think about. It could make for an interesting mod, because I have seen Classic Sonic a few times. And there's some more curious about that than Werehog Sonic, but I'm also leaning in the direction of Werehog Sonic, but you know, that's just me. Whoa, that was close. Yeah, like my A button is like really weird. Because again, I think because I haven't used it as much as the normal Xbox One controller or Xbox One Series X controller, I guess, yeah, it's just hasn't gotten a bit free or loose or whatever. No! No! Come on, really? You the person working with KSX on Sonic PS6. I mean, it depends on your definition of working, because I'm not really developing code with him or anything for the project, but I am helping him, providing inspiration, feedback, resources, you know, all that stuff, ideas. Oh, see, it's like, yeah, he's kind of hugging it. Ooh. Yes, I really want to believe that's possible, and I refuse to believe that it's not impossible. You know what I mean? Only do the first jump for a split second longer before double jump. Yeah, I think that is the trick. Just the timing of the jump. And it may even be like the aerial attacks, maybe. But yeah, it would make more sense if it is the jump. Fuck! Bruh, I will destroy you. There we go. Again, at least with this method though, if it can be done, the bright side is you don't have to wait for the moving platform, because that can kind of... Well, I guess it depends when you get that, but it can be a bit, you have to wait. Because, see, the thing about the timing with the jumping is that the more distance you cover before you do your double jump, you're getting the distance, but you're also sacrificing the height So in that regard, it could be very close to pixel perfect for that kind of a result. It's why it could very well be that you can only make it to the moving platform, because at least with that, you don't, depending on your timing that is, you don't need to like steer, which is sacrificing your distance. You know, you know, again, timing it right, you can just go pretty much dead straight. But with this, with the gold ring on the left, you do have to kind of steer a little bit, which is taken away from your distance. Likewise, your height. So, if anything, getting to the left platform is probably going to be a bit more difficult. It may very well be impossible, but again, when I get results that's like, yo, I can actually hug the collision, that really does give me the impression that I can actually, I can actually make it, so it's tricky. Wet Hog and Avatars in 06. Avatars could be interesting if it used like the 06, the 06 art style, and it wasn't just a copy paste of the Forces models. Because again, it's like if you want to implement like anything new in terms of like, you know, characters or custom characters, it has to use the 06 art style. I'm very picky that way, but if you really want to make it believable that it is in, you know, like the 06 art style, then it has to kind of use that 06 art style for it to really, you know, be believable. It's hard to explain, but they had a very specific look to how they modeled the characters in 06, and I think it's why when you like mod Unleashed or Gen Sonic into 06, it looks great, it looks fucking incredible, but it because it doesn't have that 06 look, if you're gonna call that the ideal Sonic of you know, the TGS05 Sonic or the E3 2005 Sonic, again, it needs to have that look to really. Of course, it's nitpicky, but because again, if you're not gonna pay attention to the way it was designed and all that consistency, then yeah, it's great as is, copy pasting it. Ooh, that looks pretty good. Yeah, hearing Jason's scream is like it's a real shame that he hurt his throat when he did that take, but it's eternal and immortalized memes, you could say. Found any new unused content in the Xbox Live Arcade Sonic 06 demo? No, not to my knowledge anyway. I don't know if any other modders have found anything. The like only real like recent discovery, or restoration, if you will, is getting the E3 loading screens kind of restored. Because I posted it a while ago, but we found that the E3 sprites that were left into the files could actually be accessed within the code. It's just like everything, it wasn't used. So the trick was trying to find a way to, you know, make use of that trigger to get it to load, and we did get that going back a few months ago. So that was pretty impressive. We still have yet to get that implemented to retail, but still, it certainly is a step in the right direction, getting it working in the demo. But since then, I mean, in terms of the, as far as like the files go, we pretty much already dissected that and found everything that can be found. It really is, if anything, just stuff that's hidden that we don't know about. Stuff that's like hidden within both the curs or the files. Because going back like about half a year ago, we found that there was both sprites and textures within files, and it's like, wait, what? So if we can find more of that, we may even be able to find stuff for like the E3 Egg Stinger missile, which would be amazing if we could get that properly restored. Instead of using like a recreation, because, you know, recreation is always amazing, but it's never really going to be the real deal. I think the one thing I'm hanging out for is the day we get the E3 pause restored, because that's like the next big thing that can be done. Because again, it's just like the E3 loading. It's there in the sprites. It's there in the code. It's just never triggered. So if we can find what triggers that and make it so it is used and it does trigger, then hey, free E3 pause menu screen thing restored. Yeah, I wasn't expecting, like, pretty much, it's just a me thing. That's why I'm probably overly critical when it comes to, like, characters like a Big, the cat being implemented to Sonic Next. Using the double jump too fast after you jump. Okay, I'll try that out. If only you could bloody, like, do this kind of a jump where you're, like, sprinting and then jump after that. Makes me wonder, though, if that can be done. Because, like, really, given how you kind of go into your, like, fall state, makes me wonder if you can, like, quickly turn around and maybe you can get that type of normal collision interaction like this. Because if you can, even if it is for just a frame, you should be able to do that kind of a jump. Oh, no. Still, thus far I haven't really gotten a result like where I really was hugging the collision, where I was like sticking there for a good second on the moving platform. So till I get that kind of a result, I won't actually call it possible. But it does look extremely close, admittedly. Yeah, I'm really like trying to go up to the edge, but you know, can't go too close. I might come back to this, because again, I don't want to spend too much time. Yeah, I'll come back to this. For now... That's right, I was uploading this. I did a bit more to Project D3. A bit more than I was expecting, so that's kind of cool. Again, it's like something not big, but it's one of those details that you do notice in the E3 footage. Gonna say it's impossible from my perspective. Yeah, fair enough. Again, if I got that result of like him really hugging the collision like he does on the moving platform, or he's like hugging it for at least a second, then yeah, I'd say it's possible. But the fact that so far I haven't been able to do that, yeah, it could very well be impossible. From what I looked up, it doesn't seem like anybody has achieved that either. So because yeah, I would think that after that, reaching the moving platform after that was achieved, when all the glitch hunters were like jumping on that trying to get it working, I would think that someone would have been like, hang on, if we can make that, then surely we can make the non-moving platform. Anyway, this is what I was talking about. If you die after hitting a checkpoint in the original, it pretty much looks the way it does now. It's already activated, it's got like the yellow lights. Compared to E3, it behaves this way, and it replays the animation like so. So it's a very minor change, but again, it's something that E3 did that both the Xbox Live Arcade demo and the retail version didn't do. So yeah, another, I guess you could say, restoration to mimic the E3 demo. So yeah, another step in the right direction in that regard. I really am like so proud of just how far this has like come, and I really couldn't have done it without everyone else's contributions. So I really am grateful. Because like if you look back on the playlist, you can really see just how meh this used to look. Because like seriously, it just I didn't even take it seriously, honestly. Like it was just, oh yeah, it's a mod to kind of look like E3, but you know we'll never get the patches, so you know let's not worry too much about the specifics. Or at least for back then, if we're not going to get the patches, you know, we don't need to worry too much about the specifics, given how different it is. Because, you know, if you really look back, you can really see that I didn't even, like, change the jump panels. The jump panels to be like the unleashed jump panels. What do they call them? Jump boards, I think they're actually called. Something that was planned for 06. And is in the files. Unused. But yeah, that was like back when I didn't really take the project too seriously, because I was like, oh yeah, it's a nice mod to kind of mimic it, but it's never really going to get to that state unless we do either get a leak or we do manage to restore the patches. But back then, given like how small the community was, it looked pretty impossible. But here we are. Oh yeah, and I also updated this too. These capsules, which I did point out in like the latest video, but that was a recreation, hilariously, which I even pointed out with something else that I made a mistake with. I've completely forgot that both the enemy after, like, I'll go to this so you can really see what I'm talking about. But, just a shame about that lag spike. I'm going the wrong way, what am I doing? But yeah, the enemy, like, over here-ish. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, you can kind of see him down there. You got 2 egg gunners, a normal wooden crate, and then a flash crate above that. What I had previously, previously what I didn't even sure, was an attempted recreation to mimic that placement of there being 2 egg gunners and, again, the 2 crates. But when I recreated it, I was like, oh yeah, it looks alright. But then I didn't even realize till like a day later that the actual placement that was in E3 was also in the demo version. So yeah, I just had to rip the demo placement, copy the coordinates of like the positioning for both the crates and the robots, and I implemented it into Project E3, which is what we're seeing right now. So instead of being a recreation now, that is the real deal. The capsules are the same now because in the video, that was a recreation trying to mimic the original positioning of the capsules. Because from memory, Sonic's first section of Kingdom Valley just never it never has any capsules on this area over here. But I was revisiting End of the World only to find that they did actually have the capsules in that placement. I was like, bruh, again, I recreated something that is something that I can put in using the accurate positionings and all that. So yeah, now this is using the accurate coordinates, so it's not a recreation anymore, so it's better than ever. And from what I'm seeing, comparing it to the footage, I'm very satisfied with that. It doesn't look out. But yeah, at least now it's not an attempted recreation. It's like it is the real deal with what we have received. So yeah, still gotta improve both that and the loading screens. Because for one, when you enter a next section, it's not supposed to play the same. It's not supposed to play this loading screen again. It's supposed to just have a black loading screen. But yeah, I don't even know if that's achievable. Because the only way I can see that happening is to trick the stage to thinking that it's loading a different stage, which should be possible. But I mean, it's possible in retail, but since this is the demo, it might be a different result, so that is where I'm a little unsure. So, it's tricky. Oh god, you guys can hear that? Damn. Well, again, it's like I do have a very, very sensitive mic, so I guess you could say it adds to the atmosphere of Unleashed. But yeah, you'll have to forgive me for starting as late as I am. I did plan to start sooner, but stuff happened. Should I go that way? We'll come back. Something that I don't want to implement, but just for the sake of being more faithful to the E3 demo, I will try to implement it, but I still need to find a way to implement the infamous stumble over. Because, yeah, E3 Sonic did have that. Xbox Live Arcade Sonic, not so much, so yeah, I gotta try to get that working. Oh right, and there's that too. Yeah, I'm looking a lot into the capsules, the particles that it has, because I knew for a while now that the animation was a bit different to the final, but I wasn't aware that the particles too are also different. And I tried to again. freaking hate that when it happens. But yeah, it turns out that the particle not only is different, but like the animation of the particle in retail is the same animation that E3 used. But for the main model. So technically speaking, the animation is in the retail version, but it's applied to the particle model, not the main model, and that's basically where I'm at. I need to find this particle animation and apply it to the main model to really get the effect that we see in E3. I'll just send this to Shamar, so that's good to go. We'll try this out. Actually, you know what? No, I won't. I will do Shamar, but I do actually want to show you the loading times in Eggman Land, because I'm still shocked how fast that is in comparison to the Xbox One. I do have an idea about the hints, trying to make them bigger, but the issue is that I could probably do it, but it's not gonna be text. It's actually gonna be like an image or a sprite. It's gonna require a lot of setting up, but theoretically it should be plausible. You're gonna crash again. Could be specific to the route, because, you know, that time I did change my routing and it did load. And that's another thing too. I thought for the longest time the reason for why it was crashing was because I had the silver medals loading in, and because this is the demo and the silver medals aren't present as objects, it was crashing because it was basically loading placement while not showing anything with the model. So I removed it from the placement and it's still crashing, so I'm not sure what's going on there, if it's even fixable. I mean, regardless, I did this a while ago, but I've been considering just moving Project E3 to retail, because especially after, you know, restoring the TGS06 menu, because that certainly is more ideal to have compared to, you know, the retail menu, because, you know, we can use sprite mods to make it look like the E3 title menu. Oh god, I haven't even gotten the S rank for that. Damn. Likewise that. It's gonna be a fun roller coaster override. It's probably gonna crash. A little something I'm working on. But yeah, I basically have moved. I did this a while ago, to be fair, but I've been slowly trying to move Project E3 to the retail version as a mod, using the TGS06 menu as like a base where you can select Sonic and Silver's stage. Now I've got two XCXs at the moment because we haven't been able to fully get the gradients applied to the live display. But for right now, excuse the glitchy title screen, it looks fucking shit, really, honestly. And I do intend for this to change, obviously. But it was just to kind of get an idea if it could be done using this this menu, which even now, to be honest, I'm still a bit unsure about it, because The main thing I was curious about is if I could actually get the background gradient to swap out for like the title screen, so it would look consistent, and it would look like I'm still in the title screen. But that so far does look to be a coded gradient, so it's not going to be something that can be just removed or swapped using sprites. So it looks like I'm going to have to mess with the code to really get that affected. And even then, if I can make it transparent, there's no telling if I can get anything else to appear behind it. So so I guess right now, in terms of like gameplay, since this is retail, it does have stuff like the stumble over, so I guess it's got that going for it. But again, because it's retail, there is still stuff to attend to, such as the homing dash. Now that should be pointing down. And you know what though, it is kind of a tricky one if you were to ask me like what is currently more closer to the E3 demo, comparing Project E3 on the retail side to Project E3 on the Xbox Live Arcade demo side. Because, you know, both, you know, are equally as close. Actually, let's just see. I forget if I put the checkpoint thing in, or if that was the other XEX. Okay, no, I did do this one. Let's go. But yeah, there you go. Good old stumble over that everyone hates. They had their reasoning for implementing it even to a build like this. But still. Just because I understand it doesn't mean I, you know, accept it. So that's interesting. I didn't actually know that that could be done. And I'm curious now if that could happen in the actual E3 demo. Because if you didn't notice, if you go away and despawn the checkpoint and then come back, you can actually interact with it again. So yeah, I'd be very curious to see if you can actually do that in the real deal. Yeah, I only just noticed that now. I would like to think it's the same behavior, but it's times like these where I wish we had more footage. But right now, the biggest issue with this Project E3 on retail mod is Sonic getting to section 2. Because right now, he's not even triggering like the end sections, so, you know, it's, yeah, I definitely need to attend to that, but, because this isn't, yeah, it's weird, because before, when this didn't have the TGSR6 menu, it did go from section 1 to section 2 when you would load Kingdom Valley from the main menu. But because this is now loading into the TGSR6 Kingdom Valley, I'm basically going to need to rescript it and tell it to have more sections, and that's basically where I'm at, because I'm not exactly a pro when it comes to scripting or script modding, so, But, something I haven't shown, like, pretty much anything of is, Silver's take on, Crisis City, and you know what? Maybe I should change that, because, you know, this has come a long way. I'm very, very, very satisfied with how this looks and plays, because, you know, the only real thing I have to improve upon is the flames, because there is some particle effects where there's more flames in the stage, and apparently that has been done, but for some reason it's not appearing, so a little something I need to attend to. But aside from that, in terms of the placement, because this was already left in the files, you know, it pretty much has already been achieved for us. You know, we don't need to recreate anything in terms of the placement. With that said, though, what was left in the files isn't completely accurate to the E3 demo's take on it, because, like as mentioned, there was like the missing flame particle effects. But perhaps more importantly, the hints and the goal ring positioning. Because as you can see, I do have the hints now. But before, I didn't have them, and because it would basically be trying to load the actual E3 hints. Which is pretty cool, because you could actually see what the name system was and how different it is to the final naming. Or even the Xbox Live Arcade demo naming. But yeah, that was actually pretty fun to try to fix the subtitles up, or the dialogue boxes. Still have to fix the grouping, because I don't know why, but that still isn't, there's certain things that aren't activating. Like even back there, the tornado was supposed to throw stuff at me and it didn't. So yeah, there's still that as well. But the main thing was the hints and the goal ring positioning. And the goal ring positioning, thanks to Jotaro, managed to get a pretty cool looking setup with the goal ring, with the camera positioning. But I decided to try to improve upon that, because it looked great. It still does, but in terms of like E3's visuals, it was a little bit different. It was just a little too close, so I did adjust that and try to get it as close as I could to the real deal. And I'm pretty satisfied with how this looks. It's compared it more times than I should have, but yeah, compared it a lot, and I really this is the best result I could produce. So yeah, tis what it is. I think the lighting definitely could be improved upon though. That's definitely, yeah, could be improved. Yeah, you can really see what I mean now if with the gradient, because I've got the silver gradient for the live display, which, you know, okay, isn't nearly as bad as the shadow gradient if you were to have that loaded on Sonic or Silver's gameplay. That's what I mean. It's still kind of a work in progress in that regard, but yeah, I'm very satisfied with the Silver's take on it, because I did at one point try to get Silver to work in the demo. Or is that? Ah. Let that do its thing. So, yeah, I still don't know where that mission is coming from, because I don't have it in the Kingdom Valley take. But yeah, I've got that working with the loading screen. But unfortunately, it really is like extremely glitchy. Yeah, I don't even have the gradients because I kind of just gave up trying to develop this. And I don't want to give up on it, but like, you'll soon see, it just kind of crashes randomly. You can see it doesn't even have the fire tornado. Doesn't even have that little iron thing that's supposed to be up there, which you can kind of see on the retail Project E3. There it is. But you'll see any second now it's going to crash, which I think is related to the objects, because that's the only thing I can think of as to why it would crash. Because, you know, it's not loading the fire tornado, it's not loading the iron thing. Even the Crisis City object behavior is very, 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 very strange. Yeah, so I'm really have no idea what's going on there. Yeah, I'll have to explain that to Charo. But comparing that to this now, it's like, you know, got the fire tornado, got the iron thing. If I interact with the Crisis City objects, like so, behaves the way it's supposed to. Likewise here, behaves the way it's supposed to. The only real thing that's not really working is the object grouping. Again, stuff like the fire tornado throwing stuff. While I'm at it, let's just load into this. Look at that, it's freaking amazing. Especially comparing it to the original loading times. Let's see, if I try to, I think this one works. Yeah, that works. But it's the you know, that already crashing. It's the sphere ball that I it has some really weird behavior which I need to fix, which really should just be a case of copying over the physics file. But from memory I have done that, so might look into that now though. Just in case, because I mean that could really be the issue. So yeah, if it doesn't crash by the time I do this... Yeah, see what I mean? It just... You can see that I'm tele-launching something, but obviously the model itself isn't following me, so yeah, strange behavior, but yeah. Again, could very well be related to why it's not working. But like even let's say I didn't copy the physics file over, that still wouldn't explain the missing objects, because I made damn sure that the like the stuff like the fire tornado and the iron frame thing, made sure like all of that was present, but you know, it's still not showing up for some reason. Yeah, it's very strange, because you know, you can get other stages objects in the demo, just as it has been done with the Wave Ocean mod, so really there should be no reason for that to fail. But yeah, you can really see why I just kind of stopped doing that, stopped developing it. Which, you know, it is a shame, because I felt like I did have something going on. Because right now, I guess you could say like the only real thing that Project E3 has going on the demo side of things is the ring collision, I guess you could say, because we've got the ring explosion, which is amazing, but the ring collision is not, or hasn't been recreated, which I said it before, but it's probably for the best that it hasn't been. But at the same time, for that actual, you know, recreation, E3 would have the collision because you can't see it in the clips. So I guess, yeah, in that regard, you could say that the demo take on it has got that going for it. Anyway, let's see if it does have that physics file, because I'm pretty sure it does, but just in case it doesn't, let's see. Just trying to remember what the object is even called. See, it's got the iron frame, so yeah, it's got that physics file. Could be just something as simple as obstacle A. I mean, the fact of the matter is, I've got all of these physics files, and so far, you know, it's not using pretty much any of them. I think the only one that's working is like the debris. Even like the road that gets destroyed, that didn't even appear. Hang on, let me actually look this up so I actually know what I should be looking for. That way there's no confusion. I should be able to recognize it with, well, from the texture. I should. Oh, cripple would be that. Container would be that. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's that's the section 3 buildings that you kind of go past. Yeah, when you're in the tornado. Yeah. Okay. So sports car. Tank maybe. Yeah, I think that might be it. Base. C. Yeah, it's got the tank HKX. Yeah, that looks like it. It's got like the right textures. And there's the physics stuff. So where is this? Just out of curiosity. Okay. That's interesting. That's interesting. So maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Because one thing I have noticed is in this specific arc file, it sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes, depending on what folder or what specific thing it's trying to load, in our case the objects, sometimes it doesn't load that. So I think that is what's going on, and I wish I knew what specifically wouldn't work so I would avoid that for future reference. But that would explain why it's not loading a huge chunk of the object physics behavior. Or for that matter, like I said, how it won't even show the object, and in our case with the fire tornado or the iron frame. So yeah, maybe that's it. It's just archive specific where you're putting all this stuff. So yeah. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. It wouldn't be the vent. Yeah, I think it is that. So, alright. It's not big. It's not big. So let's take this out. Let's take this out, and we'll move it to a different archive. And if it works, we'll know what's going on. I just gotta hope that we can get to it before it crashes. So let's see, how are we going for the file size? Yeah, because that's another thing that really restricts demo modding. You can't go anywhere over 35 megabytes or 35,000 kilobytes, because like seriously, that's just you don't want that for some weird reason. Demo modding, just when you go over that size, it causes crashes when you haven't done anything wrong. So that's the main reason that stuff like demo modding on the side of having full sections, like a 4-section Kingdom Valley or a 4-section Crisis City mod in the demo. That's why stuff like that has never been achieved. So it's a real shame, and that's actually why I was uploading that demo mod, because I actually did manage to achieve copying over all 4 sections of Kingdom Valley. The only problem is right now it's not loading into different sections, but if we can get that working, we could actually get the first 4-section mod of the demo. So yeah, hopefully we can get that working, but for now, let's try and get this one working. Yeah, it could also be where it's stored, because I noticed that still got some wave version object physics, which I don't need, but it could be if I remove those that, well, it shouldn't cause a crash, or it shouldn't cause any kind of glitchy behavior. Likewise with the Kingdom Valley stuff, I don't need any of that. But all the common stuff, different story. Yeah, let's just, I don't want to copy all of these over, because there's a bloody really good chance that this will really boost the file size, and don't want that. But let's just try this out though. Yeah, I'll copy this, Because I have a suspicion that maybe this is what makes it appear. Because the fact that it has its own PKG file, yeah, that could very well be the issue. Anyway, so we'll copy that. We'll also copy over the tank. And while I'm at it, I will also I'll also grab the PKG tool, because I just want to quickly look into what's going on here, just in case, because it might very well be loading like the wrong kind of directory or whatever. So in terms of the immersion, let's see if we've even got this, because I should. Oh, look at that, I don't have it. How about that? So even if we did get it working, that could also be a reason for it to crash, the fact that I don't even have the animation for it. Okay, so I don't have that. Did I really remove this? Because I know I did have it in the past. I see. I don't even have that now. Not anymore anyway. Okay. Alright, let's try to get it working then. Because again, we do have space. Not a lot of it, but it might be enough just to fix these. Wrong place, I think. Actually, that's interesting. So that means the object at one point in time was... Oh wait, no, never mind. Copy this, or we need object press C and the GERT. And that should have the animation in here, right? No? Oh, wait, no, I'm tripping. I'm thinking of the bloody iron spring. The iron frame, yeah. Grab that as well, of course. I don't need the tank, because we already saw that is loading. It's just, yeah, the physics, which we have now copied over to this archive. But the iron frame wasn't showing. Let's see how that's going for the file size. If we've still got space, I might try the Fire Tornado or the Broken Road, because I know those two also aren't loading, so... it's amazing, the setup for all this. Is that everything? I think that's everything. Let's try it out. And I was just in A2, right? Yep. Let's try it out. And that should compress the size a little bit as well, so hopefully it won't be as over the top. Cool. That's actually really great. It like didn't even go up to the 28s. Yeah, let's freaking go. All right. So we do still have a bit of space to put in the Fire Tornado. I always forget which one it is, if it's A or B. Because one is the Sonic Tornado in the Mark Speed section, and the other is the one that appears in Shadow and Silvers. Frick. Fuck it. Let's just copy them both. That way there's no confusion. I don't have to come back. Okay, so we've got that. Oh, right, the Broken Road. Yeah, let's do that as well. I think I just want to break road. I think that's also what I should be attending to. Okay. Okay, now for the physics behavior. Okay, so again, break word A, tornado, and I think that's about it for now. Should copy that actually. Because at least that way, in case it is in the other archive where it's behaving weird, at least it's going to be here where it definitely is going to load. Okay, so tornado, broken word, got the sphere object, we got the iron frame spring thing. Let's repack that. And depending on the size... Oh snap. That's what I was afraid of. Damn. Still, let's load it, just in case, because, you know, it definitely does increase the chances of a crash like so. But you never know. Sometimes there have been rare times where it will load. Is it going to be inconsistent? No, it is. And it's going to be consistent. Alright, let's... okay, so I need to remove something, definitely. Which kind of sucks. Do we have this now? Because we should. Yeah, there we go. So we've got that now. But I still do need to remove something. Yeah, okay, so it really could make a big difference with the one tornado. Okay, what I'll do is I'm going to quickly jump over to a test build. Is this that test? No, it's not. Yeah, we'll do a quick one where we just remove it and see which one it affects. And if it works, we'll do it. Meanwhile, I'm gonna refresh this. How come that didn't update my thumbnail? Bruh. Didn't update my thumbnail. Man. Oh well. Okay. Yeah, alright, so just gonna go in and what? Gonna remove one of these. We'll try tornado A. And if it works, we'll know. Because I'm not going to go through Sonics just to find out, oh yes, we removed it. Meanwhile, I'm actually going to get this ready. Okay, so I guess, yeah, if we don't get a tornado for silver, we'll know that it is A. But if it does appear, good chance it's Sonics. And we'll remove B. Okay, there we go. So it does look like it's Sonics. So we'll remove B just in case. That way we know definitely that it is. Bring this back up. So if it crashes or it doesn't appear, we'll know why. There we go. That's more like it. So, yeah, I guess makes sense. The first one we see, if you progress with Sonic's campaign, yeah, it would be Sonic's, so it makes sense. Makes sense. Oh, that's right, I found out how to get TGS or 6 life icons. Yeet. Okay, get rid of that. So, okay, it is Tornado B. So with that, we can remove this. We can go back and remove this. Yeet. And hopefully that will push it under 35. Yeah, okay. It's not a lot, but hopefully it will load now. See what I mean? See what I mean? It really is just as simple as removing files and going under that file size limit, and it will load or boot up. Still, with that said, it still could crash in the loading screens because again of the file size. But no, okay. And that's always the way, isn't it? You know, you have you have it load, you have it pause, which should indicate that it's done as soon as you unpause there. Bye-bye, gonna crash. Which does suck, because it really is unclear what is causing the crash, if it's the tornado or if it's something else. Yeah, okay. Let's remove the tornado entirely now, because at least we now know which one it is, in case. I'm also going to remove this stuff because I really don't need this, and it really is just space that's being chewed up. Do the same here. Wait, version and Kingdom Valley. And now, yeah, remove tornado. And that should bring it back down. And if it still crashes as soon as I unpause, the only thing I can assume is that the iron frame is what is causing the crash. For whatever reason that may be.
See ya.
Yeah. So it pretty much is the exact same result, which sucks. It does suck. But that does tell me, though, if I remove the iron frame and bring back the tornado, there is a chance that I might be able to get the tornado to appear. Okay, I thought so. Just gonna bring that back. Likewise that. But I want to bring that back, so yep. Now I can remove this and this. Okay. Yeah, and this time removing the iron frame and the iron frame. Just get rid of all of that. Actually, get rid of everything. Likewise for that. Yep. So that way, if it again crashes, it's not just the iron frame, but it could also be either the fire tornado or the tank, as it's called in the files. Hopefully find out now. Or it could even be me removing the Wave Ocean and Kingdom Valley objects. I doubt it, but it's a possibility. Oh, look at that, it freaking loaded. But no tornado still, which kind of sucks. But more importantly, let's see if we can actually tele-launch the tank now. And no, really. See, it's stuff like that that really is why I gave up, because it's like it doesn't matter. Like it is arc specific, but then just when you think you've figured it out and you've gotten it, it's like nah. It is unfortunate, because it really just doesn't seem to matter what I do, how I do it. But that is interesting though, how the iron frame is what is causing it to crash. Because according to this, I have the visuals, I have the motion or the animations. I'm not sure about this one. I think that's the physics file from memory, which that too I also have, in which case. But it still isn't appearing. I even have this file itself, the PKG to load, where the visuals and the animation and the physics file, where all that's loaded, because it does say which location you want that to be at. So yeah, I've got all of that, but it's not only not appearing, but it's also crashing when it loads. So it is unfortunate. But yeah, we'll bring that back now. Actually, before I repack it, I just wanna see if it really does have everything here, because yeah, maybe it is like object, like the location is a bit out. So like, let's see, we've got object, Crisis City, iron frame, and then the file itself, which, yep, we've got all of that. Alright. And I think that's the same for the physics file too, right? Yep. Object, Crisis City, iron frame, and then the file. Yeah, so it's all there. It is all there. So, yeah, beats me. Again, maybe it is archive specific, but if that is true, then like A0 and Title 0 are the ones that have always been a bit shifty with what is loaded and what is not loaded. So okay, let's load it up again before repacking it, because I actually want to see if the broken road, if that behaves the way it is supposed to, because I copied all of that over, so there is no reason for it not to. It could still crash, and it probably will crash before I even get to it. See, that's what I was talking about with the sub boxes before. Ooh! Okay, so no, it is not behaving the way it's supposed to. Wow, alright. Because it appears, which I don't think it did before, I did take down the pillar, but it didn't fall. So, okay. That is interesting. Because where is it? This piece of work right here is supposed to control that. And it's there, obviously, so, the fact that it ain't behaving the way it's supposed to is beyond me. Ah, man. You see what I mean, though? It's like, I'm in a tricky situation, at least for the demo side of getting Crisis City working, And it is a shame, because, you know, I felt like I could have done a lot more had I gotten past these issues. But for right now, yeah, that because of these issues is why I basically started moving Project E3 to the retail side of things, because, you know, I mean, you guys saw it. I really have got pretty much as I can out of the retail version. You know, I've fixed the hints. I've fixed the goal ring positioning. Still got to fix the grouping, but it's nothing that causes crashes, thankfully. So yeah, in terms of Project E3 on the retail side of things, that really has it's in a more releasable state compared to the likes of the demos takes on it. So yeah, it is unfortunate. I did want to continue this and finish it, but the way things are looking, I may have to drop it, which again I don't want to do. I doubt I'll remove it. I probably just won't release it if I can't finish it. So yeah. But I'll keep it around just in case we do figure out something, how to fix it. The one last thing I'll try before moving back to Unleashed, though, is something I just noticed. Where am I going? I need both of those open. And yeah, I am going to try moving stuff to A0. Because I did say that it was a bit of a shifty arc file, but you know what? There is a lot of space here, and if it doesn't load, at least that will right now not crash as soon as it loads. You know, so all right, let's. Should I copy here or should I copy it all or? Yeah, why not? Why not? Let's copy it all over. Or move it all over. Because at least that way it's kind of taking away space from this. Yeah, okay. I'd be curious to see how much the space kind of bursts up. We don't have an object there. No, we don't. Yeah, okay. Repack that. See how that goes. Because what is that on right now? That's on 8,000 kilobytes. What's that gonna shift to? Whew! Damn. It's amazing just what objects can do. But yeah, alright, try that out, and we'll see if anything's different, if it crashes or not. It loads if it loads. Yeah, okay. So it is loading the iron frame, so that's good to know. It does still load objects there. But yeah, that is that's really unfortunate though that I can't get that to work. Let's try removing the object now. And we'll see if that makes a difference. Because yeah, I'm wondering if the issue with it crashing is to do with the visuals, with it loading what's a view, or if it's the code of like how it's meant to behave when it's not being interacted with. Hopefully find that out now. Okay, so that tells me that it is the visuals, which is kind of sort of busted. The fact that it actually crashes just to load the way the object is meant to look. Yeah, something ain't right there. And I guess the fact that it ain't loading it It should come as no surprise that the collision also isn't loading since there's nothing for the collision to go on. So, I think the only thing I can think of as to why it would crash when trying to load the visuals is because it's trying to also load the PSI thing, the psychokinesis marker where you have to go up to it and hold RT on it. That's like the only thing that comes to mind, because that's the only thing that's involved with the iron frame at the start. But obviously it hasn't fixed everything because it still crashes. But I mean, that was a given. We already copied over the tank's physics file. But let's see if the broken word behaves any differently. Because I wouldn't think so, but it's unpredictable when it comes to demo modding. Yeah, see again. See, look at that. I was just freaking idle and it still crashed. So, yeah, okay. Very, very bizarre, and I wish I knew what was going on and how to fix it, but I don't, unfortunately. So yeah, okay. For right now, what I might try, because like really this is the only thing that like comes to mind, is I'll copy everything over. Because this still has a lot of space left before we're getting full, so I think the main thing I should really just attend to is the PSI thing. Because so far that really is like the only thing that comes to mind. In terms of the, that's interesting, it doesn't have a PKG file, okay. Alright. Actually, still, let's just, because it could be here. No. Still do need to copy all this jank. And no doubt that's gonna really boost the file size, I imagine. Ew, maybe that. Yeah, let's see how that is. Wow, that like barely moved up, which is good. I forgot that it was the visuals that really boost the file size. Okay, alright. Let's launch that now, because I'm curious more than anything if that's made a big difference, if not at all. Because we haven't put it in haven't put in the visuals for the iron frame, so. But it's mainly the behavior that I'm curious about. Because while I doubt it, the fact I copied everything over, we'll find out now. Nah, still behaving the way it was. Damn, I was hoping to destroy the road before it crashed, because I knew it was going to happen soon. But that is interesting, though. It's like I have copied literally every object file, or every object physics file, and it still didn't fix the issue, which is certainly concerning. But yeah, we'll try the object, the broken road now, because given the tank, I don't expect anything, but never know. It still isn't viewing the tornado either, which you know, we put that in the previous arc, so, you know, still not behaving the way it should. Oh well. But yeah, okay. The iron frame, I get that making it visible is causing the crash, and the only thing that comes to mind why that would happen is to do with the PSI thing, which we're going to add in now. But even if that was the issue, that still wouldn't explain the tornado, because, you know, we've got that, both the physics file and the visuals, but it's still not loading, so maybe that's a completely different placement file that I'm forgetting about. Yeah. Now this will really boost it, no doubt. Wouldn't be surprised if it goes over it. 18 to... Oh, look at that, it's beyond. Boy. See, and that really is the reason that you need to kind of spread it out amongst all the other ARC files, and that's also the other issue, because, you know, you would love to have it all in one ARC file, but, you know, you again have that file size issue, so... okay, what I'll do is I will move it to here. I'll move half of the objects to... Actually, no, I won't, because I don't want it to be an A2, since we just cleaned that out. What about... Let's compare this. 33, 32. Okay, so no, that is more ideal. But see, even then, though, that's still really pushing it. Actually, let's just do a quick scan to see what is there in objects and what isn't. Okay, so we won't touch common. We're looking mainly for the Crisis City stuff. Well. Actually, you know what? I think we'll use this, because this has some junk that I don't need anymore. Probably here too. Yep. So that's going to really clear up the space. And that's also going to really help me out for getting some Crisis City stuff. So yeah, let's try it out. Okay. Let's do half. Cool. And depending on the file size with both of these, I guess will really determine if or how much more I copy over to which ARC file. Oh right, okay. Yep. So A0 46 to 27. Let's go. But, with that said, A3 could still be explosive. What's it now? 33. I did remove some stuff, so that could help. We'll find out now. Nah, still too big. Yeah, and that's what I mean. Depending on the results, will determine how much I move. In our case, move objects from A3 to A0. So, yeah. Okay. Let's do that now. Let's do that much. And yeah, we'll just have to go back and forth, see which works, which doesn't work. Okay, so we're in the 30s now. And 34s. It's under 35, and that's the main thing. As long as it launches, we should be good. And it launches. Let's go. So,
Sega.
hopefully it won't crash when I unpause, and we'll see how it goes from there if it doesn't crash. Oh snap. So, okay. But I think that's because we copied everything from retail, including the visuals for the iron frame, which we already confirmed does produce a crash. So with that, I am going to I'm going to remove everything within. That should make it load. And how we're going for the file size, 3430. Okay, what we're going to do in A0 is we're going to go back to common. And we'll try to, if we haven't already, yeah, no. We'll try to get the PSI thing, because that was the main thing that I kept on reminding myself, hey, we need to copy that over. Although, that's interesting. What's going on here? It should be here. Why is it not here? Maybe it's under a different name? Hang on, let's look it up. No. Yeah, it must be under a different name. I know it's definitely in common, but... Ah, ESP mark, of course. I should have figured. Let's see if we've got it here. I don't have it. Yeah, so that could be a potential reason to why it's not working, why it crashes on the iron frame. Maybe we'll see one way or another. But yeah, at least that is there now. We'll copy the physics file as well. That way there's no confusion, if there is one. No, there's none. Unless it's here. It's here. Okay. So, alright. Go back. Object. And we do have both. Common. Yep, let's go. So that's all there now. I'm actually going to look that up because I don't know. Okay, no, I didn't have a PKG previously. I was just wondering if I copied it. Likewise here. Yeah, no, that's the first time we've done it. Yeah, okay, so that is definitely a reason to why it could have crashed before, I think. Okay, yeah, let's try it out. Okay, we're still in the 30s, early 30s. I don't think we did anything for A3, but just in case. Okay. And because we removed the iron frame, that issue of it crashing should now be gone. If it's not, it could be because of the visuals of the ESP mark. We'll see. We shall see. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yes, it doesn't crash. It's freaking good. But we still don't have a freaking fire tornado. No. Is there any deadline for the Hubbles? Or do you think Chaos X is going to fix all the stories first, then the cutscenes, then polish up the cutscene files? Honestly, I really don't know. I think what could happen is we're obviously going to get Shadow next. Then after that, we're going to get Silver's campaign. After that, I think he might do a very different demo where it will be like it'll basically be last episode. It will include End of the World and Solaris, and because he's going to be diving into the territory of developing a boss, I think in that release we could potentially get the bosses for all the campaigns, if not maybe a quarter. or half, I don't know, something among those lines, where we get like a one release where it's pretty much the main focus is all the bosses, or a good chunk of them. After that, though, if we get all the campaigns out the way with all the stages and bosses, then I can maybe see after that hub worlds being a thing. Because, you know, bosses are going to be difficult, of course, but the hubs, there's a lot to do for the hubs as well. From like the collision to the placement to all the unused content, be it models or placement again. Or even like what the NPCs say. Like there's even unused town missions, you know, there's so much to go over. But I'm really hanging out for the day we see New City in Pier 6, because, you know, kind of touched upon it, how much potential there really is there for it to be a really enjoyable hub world. You know, the potential there, what can be done. And yeah, hopefully it'll get done. And I'm sure it will, it's just a matter of when. But yeah, that's just my way of seeing it, like how things are gonna go. Could be dead wrong. You might just think, hey, might just do town stuff before or after Silver. We'll go from there. Damn, it still crashed. I mean, it's not like it crashed when it loaded, to be fair, but still, it's still crashing, so that tells me that it's either a common object or the iron frame is conflicting with the PSI or the ESP marker thing. For starters, let's just see if it's even loading visually. And no, it doesn't look like it is. Let's get a bit closer and hopefully it doesn't freaking crash. Please don't crash, please don't crash. Why do they always bloody get in the way? There we go, please don't crash. Yeah, no, it's not loading. Okay. So yeah, that could very well be the issue. It's conflicting with the iron frame. Let's try this out. Nope. How about this? Yeah, no. I always seem to. It always seems to crash right before. If I do like a tele-launch on the tank and then try to throw something at the broken road, it always seems to crash right as I'm about to throw it. Oh well. But yeah, we'll try the broken road as well, just in case. But you know what? All of these results could all just come back down to it not even being like programmed in the XEX. Which could explain why it's, you know, not producing any results. Because, you know, I've done all I can. I've copied all the object behavior physics file thing over. Copied the visuals over. Some crash, some not so much. There really is nothing that comes to mind in terms of the common side. Because the only thing that's not appearing right now that's a common file is the ESP thing, which again I think could be related to the iron frame. But yeah, let's actually try that out now though. Let's remove that. Remove it? No. Let's add back the iron frame and see. Is that here? Yeah. Let's add that back and see if that makes a difference now that the ESP marker is there. Where am I going? Crisis City, iron frame. Go back to here, repacks, Demundo, and relaunch Demundo. Let's go. Oh, thanks, man. Means a lot. Yeah, shouldn't be too long with the shadow release, because I know that all the stages pretty much are done. But some things that Chaos wants to really perfect, and you know, fair enough. Yeah, it shouldn't be too long. Yeah, it still crashes, damn it. Wait a minute. I just realized it didn't crash when I unpaused. Wait, so did it work? Did it actually work? Did it load? Oh my god, it freaking loaded! Let's go. Does that mean the PSI thing worked as well? Can I walk on it? I can walk on it. We've got the ESP mark. Let's freaking go. It behaves the way it's supposed to. Yo, that is a humongous step in the right direction. Given how long it's been not like that. Oh my goodness. Let's freaking go. So, okay, what about this? I think this still behaves the same. So it looks like the broken road and the tank still have issues. As well as the tornado not showing up. But still, this is pretty big. I've been trying for so goddamn long to get the iron frame to visually appear and not crash as soon as I unpause it. Okay, thank you. That gives me hope. That gives me hope I can actually get this working on the demo. And it doesn't seem like it's crashing anymore, at least in terms of it crashing at these parts. And I could be wrong, it still could crash. But it used to crash pretty much... Like, if I left it on for like a minute, where I would load in, around here-ish, and like do a little bit of this, or not even moving silver, just moving the camera. Okay, no, it still crashes. Bummer. But, you know, still, iron frame. I'm happy with that. But I wonder why that happens then. Yeah, okay, I wonder. The only thing that comes to mind is the tornado. That's the only thing I can think of, because that's the only object that currently isn't visible, that should be visible. And maybe, yeah, moving the camera is like, hang on, something's going on, we should be showing something, but we're not. Crash. So, okay, that's interesting. That tells me then that the iron frame glitches or crashes weren't related to this when I thought they were. Okay, I'm learning. Okay, so, alright. So right now, I think the issue, the main issue with crashes is the tornado. And it makes sense, because, you know, we have copied the visuals over, we've copied the physics file over, and it still does not appear. I don't know if it actually is loaded, or has loaded in, and it's just... And it's trying to make it appear, but there's just nothing there. No, that just turned off on me. Yeah, that really is like the only thing that comes to mind on why it would crash at the start. It makes sense, because again, it does load at the start, so... Or should have loaded at the start, so, just trying to think, why would it not appear? There must be some reason. Maybe because, you know, in the same way that the iron frame didn't appear because I didn't have the ESP marker and vice versa, as soon as I fixed one, you know, both of those objects, it immediately fixed it. You know, both are now appearing the way they should and behaving the way they should. So it could be the same thing with the tornado. I need something else that I'm forgetting or missing. And by adding that back in, we'll make it appear. So, think. The only thing that comes to mind is the particles. But I wouldn't think so. It should still appear, regardless if there are particles missing. But with that said, I'm still going to look into this, because, you know, it is still a possibility that it could be affecting it. But yeah, that seems to be the only thing that's causing a crash from where you start. However, when it crashes when I get up here, I'm not going to move. When that happens... Yeah, see, I don't know... I think that is related to the tornado still, given how soon and how early it can happen. But it does seem like as soon as I interact with the with this tank thing, that it pretty much immediately crashes afterward, and I'm still not sure if that's related to this or if it is also the tornado. Because again, knowing that moving the camera a little bit can cause it to crash, it could very well still be the tornado, and it's just this behaves weird, and that's just that. What I might try actually is I'll quickly do a quick interaction, and I'll start over, and we'll see when the camera resets if that's gonna crash it. But if I can make this take off again and actually get some good results, I'll happily continue. Because, you know, I do want to. Okay, that's interesting. But again, it could be related to the camera, because the camera's basically going to respawn where it was when you load it in, so... That is quite possible. Yeah, I think it is the tornado. I think it is. Because that really is the only thing that comes to mind, the only thing that's still hasn't loaded. Of course, there is still the broken road behavior, and as well as the tank's behavior, but so far it doesn't really seem like they're like causing the crashes. Of course, definitely stuff to fix, but in terms of what's causing crashes right now, I think, if I were to guess, I'd say it's the tornado. Mainly because, again, it can crash at the very start just by moving the camera. So, yeah, let's see if we can try to do something about that. Try and get it working, get it fixed, get it to appear. Okay, so what I would like to find right now is like a PKG file, because that's the only thing I can think of why it would be not working. Like a PKG file to like tell it where to load all the models and animations, and that would be a bit inaccurate to what we've currently got set up. Because otherwise, I have no idea. Again, only particles is... But even, like I said, I don't even think that would cause a crash with them being missing, but one thing at a time. Right, okay, so there is this, how there, yeah, okay, there is no PKG file then. Unless, no, yeah, none in here. Still, there are HKX files. This is a tricky one. Because there should be some HKX files, and the fact that there's not is a bit confusing. Got all that. Maybe it's a... Nah, it wouldn't be a common file though. What's the thorn? Tornado? I mean, it wouldn't be the first time if they did have typers. They had another one. Let's just see what is here. I actually have no idea what that is. Yeah, I genuinely have no idea. Nothing comes to mind. Alright. But still, the fact that there's nothing... Yeah, we've got all of those files. Okay, so... The only thing... What else? There must be something else. Let's just, Yeah, you know what, maybe. Maybe it's just... It's not even here. Maybe it's, Actually, hold up. Let's just check everywhere else. Well. I'll keep that just in case that's used and I'm unaware of it. I doubt it, but you never know. As for this is the big one. Aha! There you go. This could be why it's not working. The fact that it has been duplicated. Yeah. And likewise for the behavior, even. Yeah, seriously. That could actually be why. So in terms of this, definitely don't need that. Common may need. Actually, let's just double check that. Yeah, no, we're good there. Yeah, okay, so I am going to remove all that because that shouldn't be there. Likewise, shouldn't be here. At least that'll bring down the space, the size. Whew! Yeah, quite majorly too, jeez. And hopefully that'll do something. I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't make a difference, to be honest. Because, like, at this point, I have done that in the past. I've had, like, duplicated files, and removing one doesn't work. But, like I've said in the past, you know, demo modding is unpredictable, so you never know. Okay, no difference to the tornado. But what about the behavior? That's the real one. Yeah, no, that's the same. Didn't even make it. But yeah, it looks like nothing's changed from what I can see, I can tell. Bummer. Okay. So the only thing I can take away from that is that there may be some other ARC file that has data related to the tornado that isn't in object. So if that's true, I'll remove object and I will look up tornado without object and we'll see now. Well. It's a particle if I'm not mistaken. Is there any of that here? Okay, there is. So no, even the particles, it looks like we've got those as well. Yep, particle. So we've got that. But, oh, never mind. That's not even related to the Crisis City tornado. That's Buddy Sonic's green gem at its finest, of course. So do we have everything here with the ARC files? 14, 15, yep. So I did check everything outside of object. So unless there is something in object that I missed, I don't know why. Oh, hopefully that didn't glitch on me. So I did check everything outside of object. So unless there was something in object that I missed, I don't know why. Wasn't as bad. Okay, yeah, we'll look it up here. Because you never know. Okay. Yeah, that's all again, the green gem, so yeah, nothing, nothing. Unfortunately. Nothing in regards to the tornado. Although, hang on. Maybe... No, it is an object. I've got to keep that in mind. So, yeah, we know that that is Sonic's. Maybe it's something in the XEX where it's like, hey, A is B and B is A. I hope not, because that might be a real pain to edit. I really wish that there was a PPG file for the tornado, because that would have helped so much. Damn it all. And we already confirmed that copying it to a different location isn't going to do anything. Because we already had it duplicated in Titler, so the fact that it ain't doing anything there is, well, it's unfortunate, that's for sure. Maybe this is just a rough guess, and I doubt it will make a difference, but perhaps it could be said that it's the object physics file and the visual files need to be in the same arc file. Maybe. It's just a guess, and given that's never happened in the past, probably won't make a difference. But let's try it out, because why not? I don't think that's going to really make a big difference with the file size. Okay, I pushed it from 30 to 31. And push that down a little bit. Okay. That's fine. If this somehow did work, though, it would explain a lot with why so many objects behave differently. Perhaps it could also explain the PSI and the iron frame working, maybe? No. No, still not showing up. Yeah, it does seem to be related to the camera, because as soon as you look at where the tornado was supposed to be and then look away, it fairly quickly goes into crash mode. So yeah, that is interesting. That is interesting. Okay, what I'll do now is I will bring this up, because it's not anything that really majorly needs to change, but you know, it is kind of bugging me a little bit. Okay, let's see. So, what am I looking for? If I can remember, I think it's that. Yeah, there you are. Okay, so we're just going to be changing this to say silver 8. Then of course there is also the jank around there-ish. If I can remember how to do that. Actually, no. This is the demo, so this will be the first time that I'm trying this. Unless, did I? No, yeah, this is the first time. Okay, alright, so. How different are we talking? Ooh, wow. Quite different. I mean, I'm sure it's, again, just the same as copying the right codes over, but, still. What the? Come back. Okay. go. Okay. And it looks like... Ooh. Wait a minute. What? Really? Okay. So Sonic Out has now become Silver Out. And Sonic In now should become Silver In. I think it was the Out, but let's just test that out. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Shouldn't, but I forget which one is in and which one's out. But at the least the live display should be working. Assuming it has the same treatment on the demo. Yeah, it works, let's go. Cool. And doesn't seem to have any side effects so far. Alright, now for the real fun part, trying to get all this jank working. Alright. It doesn't look any different there. That's the only thing. Alright, so I might have to experiment here then. Wherever the damn thing is. Ah. Okay. Should be here somewhere. Uh-huh. Wait a minute, did I not do that right? Or am I missing something? No, that all looks right. Alright, where's Shadow In? Shadow In. Ah, I think that's why it's a little bit... Okay, I get it now. Little different. So, I think the issue... Isn't it like here? Or is it actually after the board cursor? Yeep. God damn it. Alright, let me just double check to be absolutely sure. What the hell is that? Ooh, nice screenshot. Wow. Very nice. Okay, let's see. Sonic Out. Sonic In. There you are. To freaking find the goddamn thing every time. Unless it's... Ah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I'll just write this down so I can jump to it. B9, DE8. Yeah, that should do it. And it's after the yeah, that's right. I completely forgot you do have to scroll down a little bit. All right, all right. Okay. Yeah, hopefully that won't be too much of a chore to get through. I mean, all I really need to do is just find this over here. Okay, so it is actually quite different. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That ain't good. Let's try it out. I can always fix it later. It's gonna crash the loading there, I wonder. Yes, I think. Yeah, it just appears. It just disappears. Okay, that's interesting. I thought it would have crashed, but alright. Yeah, it just disappears. Wow. Okay. But that's tricky because I do have what I'm after. But what did it cost me? The loading animation. But that is interesting though, because that's kind of what happens in retail almost. Although it doesn't really disappear, it only looks like it's disappeared because everything kind of like layers. It goes on top of the loading animation, so you don't really get to see it end. But yeah, interesting. Yeah, from memory. Let's see. But yeah, that looks a lot better already with the gradients. I just hope that I can keep that while also keeping this. But that, I think the main thing that changes the gradient is where ding is in the loading. So, I mean, unless it is other characters and I get lucky. We'll see now. Because, yeah, all the characters are in that code, so... Let's see... We're safe! Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, if it was someone like... If it was Shadow or Omega, they would go back to normal. But because it's Silver, someone who's a little bit later on in the code, we're safe. We managed to get both. Let's go! And it looks alright too. Looks a bit more E3-esque now. And I don't believe I put the animation in. Probably won't even play it though. Oh! Oh, I see. Okay. So I tried to get the fast respawn, but it didn't work. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no problem. Nothing I can't fix. I mean, truth be told, I really should have just copied the other one. In fact, you know what? Yeah, I'm actually gonna do that now because that's just gonna make things a lot faster and easier to get around on the XEX side of things. So yeah, let's do that now. Because really, the only thing that I'm going to be modifying is the gradient itself. So yeah, let's keep this open. Actually, what I will do is I'll just, yeah, I'll do that, copy that. Okay, this is going to be fun. I think that's right. And that should change now. Yep. I just need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that should be alright. Because at least this way I don't have to worry about manually doing everything all over again. I mean, not really. All there is just the fast respawn and the checkpoint animation, but at least this kind of kills two birds with one stone. Gets it all out the way. Ah, no! What did I forget? What did I do wrong? I'm getting there. I'm almost... Where's my phone? There's my phone. Okay. Let's go back there. Okay, here we go. So it just needs to be for, and that is supposedly what that is. But for some reason it didn't do it. Okay, that's a bit interesting. Because it should have worked. Hold up, let's just double check this. So yeah, this does have everyone. Okay, let's try this again. Just in case I didn't do everything correctly. Maybe that was the issue. No, still not fixed. Actually, maybe it's that. But what I don't get is we did do this and it... Oh! I'm stupid. Hang on, I get it. I'm just, yeah, I forgot. GIMP. Yeah, it's this. I completely forgot. I was like editing the wrong freaking thing. Okay, yeah, what am I doing? So it's the out, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so it is the in. Alright, yep. So let's just do a little bit of this. And I think we have it. At least we should. There we go. Nice. Now we got it. And if I can time this right without it bloody crashing on me, should be able to see the animation. Oh god, what? Okay, no, not quite what should be going on. That's fucking instantaneous! Oh my goodness. Alright. I got the animation, so there's that. Strange, though, because I just used what I've been using for the past month or so. Actually, let's just test it out, though, in case. Because, yeah, I copied this over. And we built off of it. So, if I didn't grab the wrong XEX, this should technically have the delay when before you respawn. Yeah, see, that's got a delay, so I don't know how the hell. Wait a minute. Oh snap. Okay, so I think you can actually get it character specific, which could explain why multiplayers is different when everyone else is not so much. Because yeah, if you die in multiplayer, it's like a 2 seconds before you respawn compared to single players is like 3 or 4 seconds. So I think, yeah, that's what happened. I just, it currently affects Sonic's, but it doesn't affect Silver. So I think, hang on, let me bring this up. This is why I didn't want to, this is why I wanted to just copy it from a working XEX. That way I wouldn't have to bloody look up all the other changes. Okay. So it shouldn't be too far back. Ah, here we go. So, actually this should be, I should still have this. There you are. Okay, so yeah, let's just... Where do I need to go? I need to go back here. I'm gonna look this up again. Alright, I'm stupid. Derp. Okay. So I think, okay, the problem is I am getting it working for Sonic, but I'm not sure about retail, because retail so far does seem like it's just mode specific. So like all of single player characters have 3 or 4 seconds when you die before it respawns you. Multiplayer, it seems like all characters have 2 or 3 seconds before it respawns you. So it seems to be consistent, but to the mode that you're in, or the menu, or the selection, whatever. But for the demo, it seems like it could be different. It could be more so character specific, depending on how long it takes before you respawn. Okay, so with that knowledge in mind, I might have to just copy paste a lot of the values. And that looks very different though, in comparison. Although that is interesting, it's actually a bit inaccurate. Wait a minute, hang on. I'm in the wrong goddamn location, aren't I? Because I'm not taking retail into consideration. There we go, that's more like it. Yeah, that's more like it. That's actually what I should have been getting. Okay, so now I need to bring that up, or rather the equivalent of that. Here-ish. Hang on, if I could only... Because I've found it in the past. So what is this? This is the demo's take, and this is the retail's take. So I need to find this crap, all of this in the demo's take. Ha! quite a few though. Alright. Yeah, it's a bit more like it there. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. There is a few. There certainly is a few. Okay, let's keep going. Alright. Oops. I feel like I'm being lied to. What the hell's going on here? It did more than that before, so what's going on? Let's just do all. Bruh. Come on, really? Yeah. It seems to be the best I can get out of this. I don't see how, because again, I like literally just got more than that. But apparently this is the only one, so must be it. Alright. Okay, so that takes care of that. Alright, so now that's when it starts to get funky. Cause 3D. Okay. Yeah, alright. So currently it is like really fast. Like it's pretty much on the frame it triggers, so we'll try that and we'll see if that produces any. Wait. So good at messing up XCXs, I swear to God, I'm always a pro when it comes to breaking old XCXs that are good, that shouldn't be touched. Alright, let's try this again. There we go. Okay. And now to fix this up. Good thing that makes it back up. Yeah. Alright. Is the death plan some type of trigger for the lock to reload? Or is there more to it than that? Well, I mean, okay, so basically what happened before was, there was a respawn time that was removed. So when I would die, it was supposed to, like, show me falling to my doom for either 2 seconds, the way I'm trying to get it, or 3 or 4, like in retail. But because I modified it and the code translations are a little different in the demos, instead of getting the E3 result, I instead got pretty much no delay whatsoever, so it immediately reloaded where I died. Because yeah, it did trigger that I died, but because the the respawn timer was removed, it didn't show that. It just immediately reloaded me back to the checkpoint. So yeah. And looking at this now, yeah, still the same result. So I can't pause during the faulty Ethereum. So, but yeah, it's like as soon as it triggers, the frame it triggers, it's already triggered to like respawn me. So. Yeah, that's interesting. That is because I did actually get that result in Sonic's take, but I did fix it with time with a lot of messing around, and even now it's still not perfect. It's not the same as the patch's take on retail. So yeah, there are inaccuracies, but for right now though, I need to work on a fix for silver from the look of things. All right, let's try what it was supposed to be. Let's see if that makes a difference. Because it could, since again it's like Silver's does have a different delay to Sonic's, which is something I only just found out now. Oh, I did it again! What the fuck is wrong with me? Jesus Christ, what the hell? I just noticed, I was like, oh, God. I can't believe I did it again! Damn it all. Thinking to switch the goddamn thing around. Alright, that goes back to normal. This should still be modified. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, so that's interesting. That gives me an idea, though, of what I did to achieve the result I did. Okay. Still, that's not really producing the result I'm after. What I don't get there... Hang on, so it's 3040 that I'm looking for. And that's the same. Perhaps it's this one. It's the only one that looks the same. Oh wait, no, there's that one too. Which, yeah, actually no, that is the modified value. Okay. So given the OG location. I doubt it, but you know, it's demo modding. Sega. Yo, Ridlax, what is up? How you going today? Okay, here we go, moment of truth. No, still instantaneous. Damn it. Alright. am I trying to do right now? I'm trying to get rid of this, well not get rid of, extend the dying delay a little bit, because right now it's instantaneous, and it's still instantaneous. Yeah, I'm trying to get that so it's not retail length, but it's more like the multiplayer length, which is more like the E3 length, because it's like about 2 seconds, not even. But yeah, right now it's too fast, so yeah, just trying to fix that now. Hang on, let's really compare this now. So that's the way it should look. Okay, so that's interesting. I just changed it to 60. Oh yeah, even that. The rest seems to be the same. Oh wait, no. Bit more. But I'm trying to figure out if that's to do with the demo being the demo, or if it's something I did to actually get the timer to work. Because it didn't immediately work when I just copy pasted it. It was like, it was exactly the same as what I've got for silver, being instantaneous, but with some trial and error I did get it so it's faster. So maybe that's what I'm looking for then. And that seems to be the same, so... I mean, still, I'll try that out just in case there is a value difference there that I'm not aware of. Sega. Trying to recreate the E3 box animation, and yeah. It's not easy then. Damn. Yeah, that's I guess, yeah, trying to apply a particle animation to like the main model animation is, yeah, a lot easier said than done. But at the least it is in the game, so thank God for that. Because if it weren't, we would have to like try to, I don't know, like apply the rainbow ring effect, because, you know, that's like the only other object I can think of that fades out. But yeah, at least it does apply to the particles, so it might have to be like, how are you trying to get this working? Are you like modifying the XNM or the XEX? Because like I asked you about this going back, I think, a couple of weeks. Or regardless, I asked you about this in the past, and I pointed out the whole checkpoint animation thing. And, you know, when you would like die, it would in the E3 demo, it would play the animation again when you would respawn, compared to retail and the Xbox Live Arcade demo not doing this. It would just like it would continue basically playing the animation, so if you respawn it would just still stand there. I mean, the point is it's different, so I tried like messing with the PKG to get that to work, and I got some animation swaps, but nothing that resembled E3. But only a few days ago I started messing with it in the XEX, and I got that restored, so now if I die, as you can see, it plays the animation upon respawning. So yeah, you may need to achieve this in the XEX rather XNM editing. Again, assuming that it's to achieve this in X&M. Or trying to. But yeah, knowing that you can just do that and get it to behave the same way E3 did it, I would like to think that something similar could be done with the item boxes. But yeah, from what I poked around in the XEX for that result, I still haven't really fully gotten it. Because yeah, from what I understand, it really does just look like it's just as simple as copying the particle animation to the main model, but of course saying that is easier said than done, so yeah. Actually, let's see. I also tried to swap the texture for the particles, because I noticed watching the E3 clips, this little dot or whatever in the E3 demo is not actually the same texture. It uses like a star looking texture, so I swapped that around just to see if I could get it as accurate as possible, but it turns out, I mean, you can do that, but the amount of like other particles that it affects is just freaking insane. Like, I mean, okay, I swapped the texture for this, so it makes sense that it would affect everything else, but it affected, when you get a Chaos Drive, it affected Sonic's anti-grav, Sonic's spin kick. You know, it just affected so much more. So, I guess, yeah, that's why I've actually got these open here. I was trying to find a way to single out just the item box using the right texture to be more faithful to E3. But, thus far, I haven't really gotten a good result, so, you know, still experimenting with that. Okay, so, no, I was trying to remove the, or extend the delay for when you would respawn, because, yeah, if I die, like, right now, it just, like so, I just immediately respawn to the checkpoint. And that's what happens if I just copy what the patch done with retail. So I'm gonna have to experiment with the you know, float itself, just try to really get some kind of a, like, pretty much what I did with Sonic, because I pretty much just experimented with that, and even now it's not the same to the retail take, but at the same time, it's, if anything, it's better because it's just it's faster, basically, simply put, and I don't know. It's just, I don't know how to put it, but you get the idea. It's faster, and of course it would be better to have it as accurate as possible, but I mean, for someone like me who just never really liked how long I have to wait, it's I'm fine with it the way it is, and if I can get that here, all good. But whichever works, right? Whichever works. Okay. Could you play the whole game in this version by porting the other stages? I wish. I wish. I came very, very, very close to porting the entire Kingdom Valley stage, having all 4 sections. But I still need to get the scripting to actually end the section. Or, actually, no, I did do that. But it crashes as soon as it triggers the next loading, so I'm not sure if that's related to the file size being over the top, or if I just did some mess scripting. I mean, regardless, right now it's a dream to get longer stages and more stages for that matter, because, you know, I'm struggling as it is with just trying to get Crisis City to work. That's, you know, and this take is just a bloody one section take. But yeah, even if you could get the scripting to work, because there is a file size limit, for that reason you wouldn't be able to port the full game. I wish, but yeah, till we can get rid of that that limit with the file size, yeah, we're only going to be restricted to one stage. And how's this going? I thought I told that to turn back on. Let's try that again. That's better. As far as the tornado goes, yeah, I'll probably have to give that a rest. Hang on, let's go back to retail with the, where am I going? There we go. I think I've got everything I need. Apparently not. But it's unlikely that there's anything here. Okay, that's interesting. Meanwhile, let's go back here. I just want to show off the Werehog transformation, because like I still find it really just amazing how there's like no lag, because you know it definitely did improve from the course of the 360 to the the 360 to the Xbox One, but from that to Series X, it really just, it's like a lot better. It almost feels like I'm playing on emulator. If only it went for that 30 FPS. But I've never minded it. Although I say that, it wasn't until I, recently tried the PS3 version where it was like, oh my god, I can actually feel the difference with 60 FPS now. Which isn't usually like me. There we go, here. It's so fucking fast! Seriously, try that out on the 360 or even Xbox One. It's like it's better on Xbox One. There definitely are some lag spikes here and there. I even like rewatched that stream just to kind of like recap. It's like, yeah, no, this still, obviously it's gonna be better, but I was impressed, but I wasn't as impressed as I thought I would be. But compared to that, this is just, yeah, this is what I was hoping for originally. God, I wonder if I will eventually get this done there. Because, like, seriously, doing the Don Fatchier Eggman Land mission, it's no easy task. Yeah, this is Urgy Unleashed. Basically, I'm playing original Unleashed on on the Series X, which is why it may look a bit different in performance. I think the best so far I've gotten with this, I don't even know how to describe the area. It's where there's like it's another part of the level where you have to do like a quick time event, where but it's where it starts doubling there, because you usually just have the, like, we're coming up to one now, and you just do it and that's that. But no, it's when it you complete it, but then you have to do it again. I think that's a little bit into it. See, like that, you just have to do it once. A little later on down the track, you have to do it more than once. That plus it being longer, it's like it sometimes can catch you off guard. Then there's this, which I usually take a gamble at, where I try to make it, and thus far I haven't been able to do it once. But the reason I keep trying is because I did actually jump, and I got the green lock-on to appear, so that does give me hope that it is possible and you can skip this really fun section of the level. But yeah, you know, we'll just have to wait and see if it can be done or not. I mean, it probably has been already by speedrunners, and again, I'm making that assumption, when who knows. I mean, from what I have seen there, you skip like these entire sections anyway, so it doesn't look like it's worth it. Using the big speedrunning skips, that is. Oof. What's the point of giving me checkpoints if I have to redo the whole freaking thing just dying once, though? I mean, really? I could have just removed that. That was too close. That's cool, they made use of that breaking sound on the glass. Semi-unused sound 06. Okay, I don't trust this. I don't usually come to this part of the level. weird is I think this is like the only time the B prompt to shoot you down appears from memory. At least from memory. Also, are these some radical train conveyor belts? I recognize the texture work. You know, like I swear. Okay, this is, I think, roughly... Yeah, it is this. Yeah, this is pretty much where I usually get up to before I die dead. Nice. See, how the frick are you meant to do that? You clearly can't go up, because it's shooting you back down to the spring, and you can't shoot across, because, you know, you've got too much momentum to slow down on time, so... I feel like I'm missing something obvious. Do I need to, like, go up and quickly homing attack, but wouldn't he just... Or boost, I should say? I don't know, that's just confusing. And that's what I mean, that's like really the best that I get up to in that mission. Okay, you see 3D spin dash mod for gens? No, I don't believe I have. I'll have to check that out. And that loaded pretty fast too, considering. Because that usually does take quite a bit of time. Really? Jump and stomp? But I mean, okay, so like jump to like shoot you up, and then stomp to... But that would like push me back into the thing that shoots you. Unless you mean... Oh, no, I get what you mean now. Yeah, so like shoot out using X and then jump and stomp. Yeah. Yeah, I could try that. I don't think it happens anymore, but I remember this part of the level really used to give me a lot of crap. I used to just randomly get hit by nothing and I'd just fall off. Could have been, yeah, something they maybe updated, but unless you can still do it and there's just something I'm not doing anymore. Yeah. That's what I mean. It's like it's really tricky. It's not very clear like what you need to do for that. Maybe I should go back and rewind the stream and see what is there. If there's like a spring or something I can like lock onto, like I can immediately jump and lock onto something to progress. So if there's like a spring there, then yeah, maybe I can like quickly just yeet it. Too soon! Bruh. Oh god, I didn't know you could bloody boost out of that. Alright. Fair enough. Maybe I can just do a little bit of that. That way I don't have to grip onto the thing that I did last time. Come on, time it right, time it right, time it right. Yes, let's go. Yeah, that one you gotta be like really fast if you want to skip the enemies. Oh! No! Fuck you! Really? Come on. I like let go of it, and when I let go, it kind of springed it, which made me move. Bruh. Now watch me. Every time I'm gonna like stuff up every 5 minutes or some shit. It's always the way. Yeah, I'll have to pay attention next time to the controller usage, because I don't recall the vibration making the sound it does on this one, because I'm using the Elite controller right now. It's like this weird humming noise, which I don't know, yeah, again, if the other controller makes that noise or not, I don't recall it doing so. See, this is what I was talking about before, by the way, with the jump ball. It's like the only time he like really uses a jump ball is Werehog Sonic. That's a bit late, but we got it. Let's go. Yeah. I extended it a bit. What? Why doesn't this game have a drop shadow? I mean, really? At least for Werehog Sonic, it really needed it, I feel. Also, I wonder if Earth 6 at one point planned on having the Eggman springs, because not that anything like that really happens often, but still, there are some times, more specifically, I guess, in Kingdom Valley, for Shatter's Kingdom Valley, at the end before the goal ring, there is a spring there, and it's interesting that it's like right before the goal ring. It's like, oh, you want to get the rings, and you know, either during or after a light dash, you know, and do a homing attack to get to the goal ring. You might lock on to the spring. You know, it's just it's interesting that the placement, the positioning of it, like why they would put that there. It does suggest that it, you know, if they were going to put like an Eggman spring in, that perhaps that would have been what they would have swapped the model with. Because aside from that, the only reason I could think of to why the spring would be there, maybe is because TGS06 Shadow progressed in the same way, in the same direction that Sonic progressed through that section. But still, I just don't really... Like, why would they have a spring there, even if you are going in that direction? Because again, it's like you can still light dash across, so... To skip the light dashing? I don't know. It's a questionable level design, that's for sure. But from memory, it's not even there in the TGS06 demo. That spring. That was a little slower. Ooh, just got it there. Not time for the shield there, but oh well. Alright, let's try this again and not have you messed it up, please. Thank you. You son of a bitch. But you ain't gonna take me down. Yeah, I'll just wait for him to chill off. Okay. That was a little too close for comfort. Okay. Let's take this nice and slow. Yeah, now, this is where the nice cameras really get nice, because it's just a real bastard to freaking navigate through this. It's not even worth platforming, because, you know, you're just moving in a straight line, but then the camera change happens, then, oops, you're turning, and then, you know, you're turning off of it, and you're falling, and you just wasted your time. I didn't even turn around just then! Okay, I think something's wrong with this controller. That, or I'm just really not used to it. Because I swear it never used to happen like this on the other controller. Now, I don't like this part, because I always seem to get extremely close. Alternatively, can I get up there? Yeah, no, like, actually, can I get up there? Just out of curiosity. No, I cannot. Damn you. Or if I can, I'm not anywhere close to that lock-on. Yeah, okay, that's the trick, I think. The main issue I have when trying to land on that rail is the camera's changing when you go to land, so that explains why I'm so crappy at landing on it. But if I do what I just did with the aerial attacks and wait for the camera to, you know, finish its animation or whatever, or finish where it's going, I should be fine to align myself and actually land it. Alright, let's try this again. You son of a bitch. You double son of a glitch. What the frick, man? Yeah, okay, I'm done. I don't want to spend too much time on that. Actually, how are we going for time? Yeah, okay. I'm out of time. Bummer. But, just trying to see if I can squeeze in a return or not. No promises. No promises, but I may return. We'll see. We'll see. But for right now, I am out of time, so, yeah, with that, thank you guys, as always, for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and, yeah, till next time.